Now, let's explore the definite article the. The is used to refer to a specific noun, plural or singular. For example, the freckles on my face are more noticeable in pictures. The alligator in this pond is enormous. Nouns referred to in these examples are all specific to their context. Not just any freckles, the freckles on my face. Which alligator? The alligator in this pond. The definite article is used when the noun is introduced to us in some way. For instance, if I say, I need to go back home, I think I left the stove on. Here you can sense from the situation that I mean the stove in my house. Another example can be, where's the book you borrowed last week? Which specific book I am talking about? The one that you borrowed last week, of course. The definite article is used as we have specific information given about the noun. We also use the with unique things. For example, the sun, because there is only one sun. Similarly, the moon, the sky, the world, the internet, and so on. Can you use these nouns in sentences? Let me try. Everyone knows that the sun rises in the east. Rida has travelled all over the world. The definite article the is also used with superlative forms. These are expressions like the best, the worst, the biggest, the smallest, etc. And they are used in sentences where a subject is compared to a group of objects. For example, Indus is the largest river in Pakistan. He owned the finest restaurant in the city. Now that we have discussed the rules of using articles, it is important to understand where not to use articles. People often use articles where no articles are needed. This makes their writing unclear and grammatically incorrect. Let's learn when to use no article in English with 6 useful grammar rules and example sentences. We usually use no article when talking about things in general. For example, milk is good for you. Men are usually fond of soccer. We do not use an article when talking about sports and games. For example, let's go and play basketball. Badminton is an indoor game. He loves to play table tennis. There is no such thing as the cricket or a cricket. The next rule says, do not use an article before the names of countries unless the name suggests that the country is made up of smaller units or parts. For example, I love Pakistan. I want to visit France. Pakistan shares a border with China. The exceptions to this rule are the United Kingdom or the UK, the United States of America or the USA, the United Arab Emirates or the UAE, and so on. Rule number 4 says, do not use article before the name of a language. For example, we are learning English. He can speak Urdu. We cannot write an English or the Urdu when we are referring to them as languages. But this does not always apply. For example, I bought an English book from the market. Allama Iqbal is an Urdu poet. If these words are used as descriptive words for any noun, then we will use articles with them. Let's move to the next rule. Do not use an article before a specific meal. They refer to the meals generally as a part of the daily routine. For example, they invited some friends to lunch. We had beefsteak for dinner. The last rule is, do not use an article before a noun plus number. For example, you will be leaving from gate 5. The laboratory is in room 6 on the 3rd floor, and so on. So friends, I know that while the concept of an article seems simple, but there are many rules to remember. Practice will help you master the skill. So let's try practicing them.